Welcome MOTU fans to another Third Earth Reviews toy review, and today I will be taking a look at the brand new Masters of the Universe Classics Ultimate He-Man from Super 7. So before we take a look at our figure, let's take a look at our packaging. Out of the shipping box, He-Man comes in a plain cardboard box. On the front of the box we have the Masters of the Universe Classics logo with Ultimate He-Man listed below. Once the box is open, we can find our carded figure inside. He-Man comes in a blister card packaging that fully showcases the figure and all of his accessories. This is a nod to the vintage style packaging from the original Mattel toy line. It has the same red and blue background, and on the back of the card we have a new image of He-Man. Instead of He-Man looking out on a grassy field in the daytime with Teela and Man-at-Arms, we have He-Man standing before Castle Grayskull during what looks to be a sunset. There are instructions on how to swap out his head, as well as images of other Super 7 Masters of the Universe figures. As I explained in my initial video, I do have some serious issues with the card back, mostly with the design choices of the huge round hole that takes away from the beautiful artwork on the back, in addition to taking away the overall feelings of a collector's piece, and the design choice of the sliced opening and taped bottom of the card. As a side note, when I was removing my figure from the packaging, I noticed that the fake mini comic was taped to the clear plastic shell. This was not done on Ram Man's packaging, and it seems to be only on some of the figures. So even though the card is plastic and pretty tough, do be careful when removing your item so you don't accidentally tear your card. Fun fact, the tape did leave a sticky substance on my fake mini comic. I'm sure it will be easy to clean off, but it was still something I wasn't expecting when opening the figure. Moving on to the figure, He-Man has a great overall appearance. The sculpts for his faces are well done and have clean paint decos. There's some nice shading for his hair, and his outfit doesn't have any paint smudges. He is a great update from the vintage figure. If you don't have any of the earlier Matty Collector He-Man figures, he is an excellent addition to any MOTU collection. He-Man has the same articulation as most of the Master of the Universe classic figures, meaning his head is on a ball joint, so his head can move up and down, left and right, and all around. His shoulders are also on the ball joints, so they can move up and down as well as out to the side. There are swivels at his biceps, bends at his elbows, and rotations at his wrists. He-Man has the standard MOTU ab crunch as well as the waist swivel. His legs have the ball-like joints at his thighs, so his legs can go forwards, backwards, out to the side, and rotate at the hips. This allows you to get some really interesting battle poses. His knees have the standard bends, there are swivels at the boot cuts, and rockers on his ankles so his feet can move up and down. He-Man comes with quite a few accessories, including 2 additional heads. One is stylized after the vintage toy, and the other is stylized after the Alcala mini-comic artwork. The heads can be switched out by popping off one version and popping on another one onto the ball joint. This really allows you to customize your He-Man to the version that you want the most. He also comes with a shield, a battle axe, and 3 versions of the Power Sword. There's a standard version of the Power Sword, a half sword so it's more like the vintage toy, and an Alcala mini comic artwork style sword. While the shield is made out of a mostly flat gray plastic, the battle axe and Power Swords have a very nice silver paint deco. The metallic paint really allows these weapons to stand out against the figure. However, it should be noted that only the vintage style Power Sword can be held in his hands easily. I had to get a hairdryer in order to heat up the plastic so he could hold any of the other weapons. I'm pretty certain that this tight grip was done intentionally so that when he held the vintage sword it wouldn't fall out of his hand. However, it does make switching out the weapons a little difficult. Lastly, we have the fake mini-comic. It has a nice modern image of our hero battling against Skeletor, and the bio on the back is a very interesting read. Super 7 revealed the Masters of the Universe Classics Ultimate figures at the 2016 New York Comic Con. However, these figures were made to order, so unfortunately Super 7 does not have any additional stock. So if you're interested in one of these figures, you will have to go to the secondary market online, such as sites as Big Bad Toy Store or eBay. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe so you can check out all my other reviews. I will have another Masters of the Universe Ultimate review up tomorrow, so until then, this has been Third Earth Reviews.